Good evening, my friends. Good morning, wherever you are. Is this sounding all right? Was that music distorted or was it okay? I've been monitoring it on a phone, on Lynn's phone, and it sounded a bit distorted, which would really piss me off because it cost a fortune to record. Anyway, never mind. Thank you for joining me tonight. And I know it's a bit early, earlier in the month, but I've been working in a recording studio on a couple of albums. Got 2 albums on the go at the moment, which I'll tell you about later. So I'm in at the weekends and stuff like that. So I'm not able to get in to do the live stream next week. So I'm doing it today. All right. So let's have a little look where you are. Let's have a look what we've got. We got people from Texas. Cool. Yeah, I love that Texan thing. Text speak. I love all that. We'll have to do a bit of text speak later on, folks. I love all that. You know. I've got to try and think of some. I'll think of something. But Ireland, nice to see our friends from Ireland. They're recovering from St. Patrick's Day. Felicity's theme. That was the tune that that you've just heard. But who's Felicity? You might think it's not some other woman. I've already got one. Felicity is this creature here. See this creature? Well, not that one. This one. This one. That's Felicity. Who's Felicity? It's a character from a best-selling book, Amygdala, my son's book. You can check it out. You go and have a look, and it's all the best-selling charts all over the world. You know, particularly in America, and it's out on as an audio book. It came out as an audio book. That went to the bestseller thing as well. But uniquely, according to our iTunes and all that. You know, we Alan, his uncle and I, we put all the music together for it as well because each character has its own theme. The one you've just heard was Felicity's theme, and each character. So in his book, in the audio book, there's music running throughout, and when we it's coming out as a double album later in the year, but it's coming out as a 26-track download thing shortly. But when iTunes, they said, oh, you can't call it a soundtrack because it's not on a film or a TV series, and you know, we explained to them. Said, well, no, it's not. It's an audio book, and they said, well, can you send us a sample? So we sent them the sample, and they said, oh wow, isn't that's unique? That's a first. So this is the first, according to iTunes, not me, first audio book with the soundtrack album attached to it. Okay, so it's out on the 5th of May. I'll tell you more about that later. First thing first, what are we all going to do today? I've no idea. That's down to you. All right. So what's it all about for those people new to this thing on my channel, the new subscribers, a couple of thousand, 3,000 this month. It's my 15th live stream. All right, and these live streams are all about you. They're all about people who watch my tutorials, who may want to ask questions about certain things that they don't quite understand, all that sort of stuff. There's the lovely Lynn here with my tea. Here she is. Thank you. Do you want to say hello to the folks? By the way, if that music was distorted at the beginning, then it wasn't my fault. It was, you know, first rule of being a musician is always blame somebody else when you cock up. All right. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Right, we are. I know, it was all right, you know. I'll tell you, if you weren't here, I wouldn't even know how to turn the bugger on. I still don't know how to use a TV remote. I don't. You know, Jesus Christ. Forgive me. For those religious folks, sorry about that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So it's your chance to ask me all about, you know, stuff that we've been doing throughout the last few weeks, the different songs that we've been doing. Anything you can't get right, I'm here. You can ask me questions in real time. You know, there's a little thing at the bottom there where it says chat. Where if you ask a question, if you look on your thing, you'll see all these little things popping up where people are asking me stuff. And just saying hello or whatever. Ask me whatever you like. I'm going to have a new little section. It's called Challenge Rob. You know, I'm putting my neck on a block here. What does that mean, Challenge Rob? Well, you're going to, anything you want me to try and play, I'll do it. If you buy me a cup of tea, that's the deal. How do you buy me a cup of tea? Look to the right of that chat button and there's a $sign. So if I play it, you can buy us a drink, all right? Or a biscuit, or you can donate to the biscuit fund. So it's called Challenge Rob. So have a little think about things that you might want me to try and play. All right, and if I know them, well, even if I don't know them, I'll have a go at them. You know, If I've got a gist of it, we'll give it a bash. So the things that you can't get right, anything about your playing, which is more important, whether you're finger picking, strumming, there's tutorials that I've done over the last couple of weeks. I've done 5. Why not 8? Well, we haven't got to the end of the bloody month yet because we're doing it early. So we're going to do that. Now, anything that's highlighted, anyone that puts a super chat in, that's where they put a donation on the thing. Your questions are highlighted. They pop up like a big red banner, so I immediately see them. So those will get answered first because they've put a couple of quid in the coffers. All right. I want to particularly make a special thanks to my Patreon subscribers. I have a Patreon platform, and the people who subscribe to that, it's a small monthly fee, but it enables me to do all these tutorials, keep it all going, because it takes ages to do them, because I have to put all the paperwork together. And as you know, I teach privately, so if I'm teaching too much privately, then I don't have as much time to do all the free stuff. So people who support me on Patreon I don't have to do as many one-on-one lessons, and I can do some more of this stuff for everybody out there all over the world, which is a lovely thing to be able to do. So in particular, special thanks to my Patreon people out there. There's a link below this if you want to join Patreon. Now, while I'm on the subject of Patreon, I've been in the recording studio for the last couple of months. I'm doing a new album. I've been working on the Amygdala album, which is out on the 5th of May. But my own album, I've been documenting it video-wise, and I've been putting them all together. And I'm going to put together a series of vids showing how you start from your basic bog standard idea, which I usually just record with me garbling down into an iPhone. So from taking the basic idea right the way through to the finished vinyl in this case, because it's going to be out as a vinyl album. You can download it as well, but I want vinyl. I want you to be able to open it up and see things, and tangible, isn't it? Smell the card. It'll be good quality card as well, none of your flimsy crap. All right. So I'm working on that at the moment. So in order to be able to show you how the process works, I've obviously got to get to the end, and I'm almost at the end. I've got 3 more sessions to do, and I'll be taking the cameras in again. Back in on Monday, and of course I'm in next Saturday and Sunday, which is why I'm not able to do a live stream next week. All right, so we're doing that. Now let's have a look at what we've been working on. The first thing I did a track by the wonderful Steve Harley and Cockney Rebel. Remember that? It was a song. I have to look at my own paperwork to be able to play it. There it is, Cockney Rebel. And that you see at the top is a little bit of tab to remind me you've done it all, you've broken every code, brought the rebel to the floor. That one, it's a beautiful song, a timeless piece. So have a look at that one if you've not seen it. There's tablets, but all the idiot-proof paperwork that goes with it is there. I want to thank particularly, here's for the tea, Frank Martin. Thank you, Frank. You're a good man. Am I allowed to say that these days? I think I am now. Cheers, thanks for that, Frank. What, Mutley? Mutley, thank you for your donation. Change the world, Eric Clapton. I don't know that one. I know. What else do we know about Eric Clapton? Because I'm going to do something for you. Anyone that puts a donation in, I'm going to play something. I haven't done this before. won't you ease my worried brow? Sorry, Lynn was joining in there. Now, I didn't know that properly, so I'll do a little segue into... It's sad, this one, though, isn't it? Would you know my name? Yeah, too sad, that one. I'm not playing that. Jesus Christ, we only just started. I'm getting depressed already. Right, Motley, thank you very much for that donation. We've got, what else have we got? Your sound is distorting, says Peter.
It's not on mine.
Well, let's have a look. Is it the actual general sound? Is it just... Let's have a look and see if we can modify
It's this one.
Or let's have a look at the
That
audio
one.
input. We'll take that down slightly.
That's this one. That's the one that's going.
Oh, is it?
It's not the top one.
Oh no.
Down.
All right. I know. So that's just. We'll see what happens. Is it distorting? Tell me if it's distorting. It shouldn't be. What about Strawberry Fields?
Hold on a second before you go anywhere.
What?
Peter mentioned the distortion thing.
Yeah, how about Sylvia by Hocus Pocus? If I had my electric guitar plugged in and jacked up, which is a brilliant track, and Lynn is so... What are you doing asking me to do Hocus Pocus when you know damn well it's an electric guitar one? It's a great track. I'll try and get that for next time. What else have we got? Do you do private lessons for finger picking? Yeah, finger picking. I do, James. I do private lessons all the time. That's what pays my bills and keeps me going and keeps my hats in order and everything. If you're interested in private lessons, you can contact me on a new email address. It's called fennahrob@gmail.com. fennahrob@gmail.com. And I teach people from all over the world, from Australia, all over the States, all over Europe, the Philippines even, because time is not really a problem for me. Because anything I do in Australia, say for example, it's early morning for me, usually around 6 o'clock for people in Australia. In the States, similar sort of thing, so it's not a problem. What was this one here? Oops. Strawberry. Who said Strawberry Fields? Yeah. What about this one? I'll do it on this. Oh. Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to strawberry fields. Nothing is real, and nothing to get hung about. Strawberry fields forever. There you go, but you've never heard that on a ukulele before, have you? Right, so we've done that one. What else did we do? Sorry, I'm just joining it. Keith Johnson, thank you very much, Keith, from Oklahoma. I love all these. I love these things. These are all the places that, you know, the old Western films. So it's great to. I love what this is. What I like best about doing all this. We have people from all over the world are getting in touch. It's wonderful. I really, really, really love it. You know. What else have we got? The guitar sound is distorting. I don't know why it's distorting. Maybe I'm too near the mic. You know. Well, I'll try and play it quieter. Maybe I'm just too loud. I'll just try and knock it down a bit. We'll see what happens. Clear as a bell here. So somebody else has said it's nice and clear. So that's okay. So maybe just a couple of you have, maybe it isn't my fault after all. Have you ever considered that possibility? Right, anyway, we're getting sidetracked. We did come up and see me, and then I wanted to do. Now I always push the boat out a bit because I like to do things that are like Strawberry Fields. It's off the wall, isn't it? And I know that I'll probably get hardly any views on some of these things because people look at them and say, "You're joking, aren't you? There's no way I'll be able to play that." But you've got to remember, I wouldn't put it up if I didn't think you could do it. I really wouldn't. So I did one, being for the benefit of Mr. Kite. I think it was a challenge. I think somebody said, "Can you play Being?" I said, "What?" I said, "Even the Beatles couldn't play that with the whole group, and you want me to play it on a guitar." I know people have sort of had a go at it. You have some people on YouTube have tried it, but they haven't played the little fiddly bits that sort of make it what it is. I'll try and do it. For the benefit of Mr. Kite, there will be a show tonight on trampoline. The Hendersons will all be there, later Pablo Fanky's Fair, what a scene. over men and horses, hoops and garters, last you through hogshead of real fire. In this way, Mr. K will challenge the world. Hey, celebrated, etc. So we did that one. That was good fun. I like doing that one. That was great. So we've had a go at that one. Where are we going? Let me just put all these over here as I'm banging away. Don't forget, get these questions in. Anything you want me to try and play, you ask me. If I know them, I'll do them. All right. You don't have to donate if you don't want to. But if I know them, okay, that was the deal, the challenge Rob side that we're going to do. If I can play them, you buy me a cup of tea. How's that? Now the next one we did was called How Tab Works, because a lot of people out there, they see tablet, you see it in books, they usually see it for you know, with guitar solos, for, you know, Bohemian Rhapsody, or a lot of classical books now. But you know, when you want to play classical stuff, you look at it and you think, I can't read the music. Well, you can get a lot of it in tablets, you know, which is, you know, it's good. You know, it's the only way I can write a lot of my stuff out, idiot proof I do, which is my own unique way of doing it. But I did something, How Tab Works. Now what I did as well, just so you know, because it's important, this, let me just get this out here. This is what you would download if you were to look at it. Hold on. We started off with what I called, you may have seen me doing this before, I called it my, let me play it for you. I called it my a mother of all riffs, which went like this. It's only a fragment, but you'll get the idea. And it showed you how tablature worked, you know, as in, this is not a stave as in your regular music. These are your 6 strings, you know, the horizontal lines from E to E, you know, these are your bass strings down here. The timing, which is quite unique for tablature, is at the bottom. So on this, for example, you know, you play an open string, then a bass string at the 4th fret, and then at the 2nd fret on the 5th and the 4th. So it's like what we remember, a dot-to-dot puzzle when you were a kid. And if you join them up and you say, you look at that and you went 0, 4, 2, 4, 0, 4, next string, 2, 4, next string open, and then back to this 1, 4, as in 4th fret, and then 2nd fret, and then 4th fret. You know, it's quite easy to understand. So then, after I did that, I thought, well, let's have some fun. I didn't put titles on these riffs here below because I wanted you to have a go at them and try and figure them out. Can you see that? So I did this one, where you've got something happening on every one and every and, where it went 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and if you were to play that, you'd say, I've heard that before. It's Pretty Woman by Roy Orbison. Jimmy M, who's donated $10 to the Fennah Fund, to the challenge Rob, and you've said to me, can you do the first few bars of Streets of London? I certainly will. I know that one. It's a beautiful song, you know, absolutely gorgeous. I don't know what frets it's at. I don't know the words, but I'll give it a go. I know how to play it. Have you seen the old girl in the closed down market? In his eyes you see no pride, and held loosely by his side. Yesterday's papers telling yesterday's news. I know this bit. So how can you tell me you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. There you go. For Jimmy there. I'll learn the words to that, Jimmy. In fact, I'm going to do a tutorial for that one because I get asked a lot to do that one. Alright. Where are we? We've got... what's this one? Have you heard of what's that one? No. I'm not. Is this the name of the make of the guitar? I think one of my friends has got one.
What do you think?
Can you play the long and winding road? again, I don't, you know, it's a piano song. This is for Bob, our Bobby. Bob's one of my young students. Brilliant young guitar player, I might add. He's going to be better than me one day. It annoys me to have to say that. But then again, I do have a get out, because when he does get better than me, I'll say, well, you know, that's because I showed you what to do. So I'm in a no-lose situation, you see. So the long, I don't know, Bob. I'll try it, mate. I'll try it. I'll see if I can remember that. Remind me. I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
The long and winding road.
It sounds better than you have said.
What?
It sounds better now that you.
Oh yeah, I've a twiddle. I took the one down that you said don't touch. So there.
All right,
Just let's sort that out. Anyway, I'll just get back to what we were doing. Where are we? Awful sound quality, it says, Mark Taylor. I wonder why it's breaking up. I don't know why it's doing that.
I notice it when you. I notice it when you're forward. It's that one that you need to change the ones.
Which one is it? Yeah, Lindsay. Yeah.
See.
Yeah, okay. Let's take this one down a bit and see what happens. It might be
It's
with
when you were playing your voices.
See if that's any better. It's live, innit? It's live.
Gonna lean into the.
Yeah, it's live. Whatever. Okay, so there was that one, the tab one, which was. Pretty woman walking, and it was obviously the riff to Pretty Woman, and then the one underneath that, again, the timing. One of the things with tablature that you don't often find is it doesn't give you. It's hard to understand what the timing is, but on these little grids that I've done for you, you can. It's got the timing, and I've also included some blank ones there. So 2 bar, as in 2 lots of 2, and I've done a 4 bar one as well. Now these are on PD. Where's the foot? This bloody camera's the wrong way around. You can download that. They're on the under the link how tab works. You can just download them and copy them for yourself. So there's nothing written on them. You can actually experiment. So it's worth looking at it just to get those downloads. They're all free, by the way. Everything on the channel is free, courtesy of my Patreon platform. Okay. So the next one was, it went like this. We've got a beat, an open string, 1 and 2, and then on the and 3 we've got a 3 and a 4, and then on the and 4 we've got 2 2s, and then the and after that a 0. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Of course it's Day Tripper. And then underneath that one, I'm spending a bit of time on this because I want you to get your head around this. You'll see when you see numbers stacked up, these are string, you'll see the strings, the 5 strings, the numbers represent the fret number. So in this instance, on the D string and the A string, we've got a 4 and a 5. So I'll put this finger on the 4, on the 4th string, this one on the 5. And because they're stacked one on top of the other, you will play them together, like so. Don't clap, lights going on and off. Can you do the intro to the Boxer? Yeah, I'll do that in a sec. James. Remind me, James, if I forget, remind me again. So here we are. So we've got this here, and then we play the 4 and 5 again, and then 4 and 5 on the strings below, and then 3 and 4 on the strings below that, and then 2 2s at the 2nd fret, and then a 3 and a 4 like this, and so on. So I'm looking at the meter to put me off. So we got that one, and then of course you've got a lot of people, when they see all this other stuff, again, just sticking with the tab for a minute, you'll see all these notes. You think, oh God, what's that? You see this here? Where are we? Down there. For example, when you see a run of numbers like that all stacked up on one another, you think, well, it's usually, it'll mean a chord. In this instance, G, an E minor, A minor, and D7th, and so on, and so it goes on. And then there's a little bit of picking tab at the bottom, which goes. So on. So there's the picking one, and then we've got a little bit of your Travis picking. And also in there, when you look at tab, you'll often find in books it has all little symbols and stuff that, you know, little squiggles, and that often people don't understand, including me. I do my own thing, but there's a little key chart, if you like, to what all those little squiggles mean. So it's really worth it. As I say, they're all available on the How Tab Works tutorial that I did. So you know, have a look at that one, because if ever you come across tab, which you will, then at least you'll know how to do it. All right. What was that other song? I said remind me. What was it? I can't even remember now. I've already forgotten. I'm like that fish, you know, that blue fish on Finding Nemo, Dory. I'm like that these days. You know, somebody will tell me something, and I'll just, you know, forgotten. Let's have a quick see if I can remember. Hold on. Where are we? I'll have to check out Benefit of Mr. Kite. Yeah, it was good, that one. It was a good one. Travis picking. We've done Travis picking.
The boxer.
Oh, it was the boxer, yeah. It's a nice intro, that, isn't it? Now that intro is played. I can't remember the chap's name, but it's played. He has an open tuned guitar, but I've worked it out like this. Exactly the same notes. But it's nearly all open strings if you look at it. And in fact, there's a video for this. I think I did 5 Simon and Garfunkel intros. I did this one. There's your basic Travis picking. What's Travis picking? 5 2 4 3 6 2 4 3. It's the same pick as you get on like the streets of London and all the others. So I did that one of you know, picking wise. I did this one. James said the boxer Dory. That's a beautiful little tune. I mean, Paul Simon was one of these guitar players. He played. It wasn't overly complicated, but bloody hell, it was beautiful stuff, you know. And then we did another one that a lot of people don't play when they do it live. Nor does Paul Simon. It was Fred Carter. Thank you, Kurt. It was Fred Carter. You're quite right. I remember the name now. Great guitar player. I mean, all these guys, these American fellas, you know, the Wrecking Crew, they you know, when you see these things, who's the best guitar player in the world, and he'll have some long-haired lout that, you know, played some solo in 1970. These guys, these fellas are the best, you know. People like Glenn Campbell, you want to put him in the best category guitar player. He was one of the best, you know. People remember him for Rhinestone Cowboy. They don't realise that he was one of the finest guitar players that's ever walked this planet. You know, but you never see him in the best guitar players. James, we've done Photograph, haven't we, with by Ringo, I think. Don't forget the challenge, Rob thing is you buy me a cup of tea if I do it. That's the deal. All right, what else have we got? When did I start playing guitar, says Frederick. I started playing on a ukulele when I was about 6 years old. My dad bought me a ukulele because he thought it would be fun to bring his friend round and watch a child, amuse them for half an hour. So he taught me how to play Red Sails in the Sunset and Yellow Bird and a few of these other ones, which was great. And then I started playing guitar when I was about 7. When I heard him doing that, it was my dad that played that because he inspired me to do it. And that's how I got into it. That riff captured my imagination, and he, you know, took the time then, along with my mum. Both of my parents I still have. I'm very lucky. And they taught me how to play. Dad showed me how to do the chords and that. My mum spent the time with me, you know, getting me to sing all these songs that I didn't know, and to keep it up I had to learn, which is why I have a reasonable knowledge of all these different genres of music, because of my my parents and family and all that sort of stuff. Audio is a little low. Okay, so let's have a little go here. I'll just turn that up a bit. It'll vary, won't it? Depends if I've got, you know. Well, Glenn Campbell is very underrated. He is, yeah. Chili. That's what I'm working on. Sugar. That was great. That one. I've forgotten how to play it. That's it. I love this song. Sugar. Where's it go? That's it. Sugar. Oh, honey, honey. You are my candy girl. And you got me wanting you. Honey. Oh, sugar, sugar. all my you know, all my heavy rock mates, they'll be turning in their, you know, I was going to say turning in their grave. Well, some of them will be, but you know, they'll be looking at me as if to say, Fennah, what are you doing? You know, I don't care what you think. It's a great pop song, and my background is in pop music. I love pop music. It's bloody brilliant. I like the Bay City Rollers. I like all that stuff. I like the Sweet. You know, I mean, remember the Sweet? Oh, great records. And you know, Bowie when he was, you know. All that sort of stuff. Ziggy played guitar. Brilliant. Brilliant. Well, you're dirty and sweet, clad in black. Bowling. Brilliant. Brilliant. Right, so what else did we do? We did, after we did the tablature thing, we did You've Got a Friend. Remember that one? You've Got a Friend. And, you know, now he plays it with his, James Taylor plays it with his fingers, and he uses false nails, you know, big long false nails, which is fine if all you do is finger picking. But because I play all different styles and I use a player, and I play ukuleles and bass and all that, I can't grow my fingernails. And the ones, last time I tried to use false ones, I put them on with super glue, because I didn't know how you put them on, and then I ripped my real nails off getting them off, which was very painful. So I did a version of the James Taylor one with a plectrum, because most people can have a plec, but uniquely I put the little tuney bits in, you know, the melody part that make the song, like so. When you're down in trouble and you need a helping hand, and nothing for nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, oh yeah, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. You got a friend. Beautiful, beautiful song, written of course by the great Carole King. Brilliant song. And then I did, what else did I do? Oh yeah, I did a song that has been covered 450 times. I checked all this stuff out, you know, and like a lot of songs by this particular songwriter, I didn't realise he'd written it. Because the first time I heard this song, which was Make You Feel My Love, I heard it by Billy Joel. And then Rod Stewart, I heard him doing it. I've heard Brian Ferry doing it. Adele, of course, had a huge hit with it. Garth Brooks, for you country folks over in the States, you'll know that he did it. Ed Sheeran's done it. You know, everyone has done it. And it was... let me just see if I can remember it. I've got the thing. I have to look at this stuff for myself, because otherwise I'll forget the damn thing. Let me just look for the lyric. You think I know everything? I don't. I have to write it down. And these idiot-proof sheets I do, that you know, they're for me. So so I've got them all here. So when I've written the shapes down, I always put the full lyric, you know, the lyrics, so you can follow it. But uniquely, and it is unique, I make sure that I put the right chord over the right word, and I line the words up so you can't, you know, when sometimes if you get a book, you're not sure when it starts or when it ends. Well, why would you if you're learning to play, you know? So this one was when the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I would offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear and there's no one there to dry your fears, well, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I know that from the moment that we met, no doubt in my mind where you belong. I can't turn the page because I'm playing the guitar and I forgot what the words are. So anyway, I did Make You Feel My Love, which was a great song by Bob Dylan. Now I've got a capo on, and you may think, well, I don't want to use a capo. Why have I got a capo on? Well, he plays it in the key of C. So I'll show you why. Just get in, you sake. Sorry. Still the edit. I'll just get that in there. So that's that done. So we've done all those. Right, yeah, we've got them out of the way. Why a capo? Well, if I played it in C, for example, which is what he does, and somebody wanted to sing it, but it was too high for them, when the rain is blowing, you know, you wouldn't be able to make it any lower without changing the chord shapes. But if I do it in the key of C, which it still is, and somebody said to me, "Hi, that Rob," I'd say, "Okay, no need to panic. When the rain is," still too high, Rob. When the rain is blowing, okay, and so on. Now somebody might think, well, what happens if somebody wants to go higher with the voice? Well, you could actually take the capo off and just sing an octave higher, and then if it's, or you know, and if it's still too low, you bring the capo the other way. So it just gives you, you know, because it's a song that both men and women, we can say that now, like to play. All right, so it depends what key you're singing. So it gives you that option. All right, and when you're playing with say what key is it in? What did I say it was in? It's in the key C. I can't remember. But whatever it was, you know, when you're playing G, you get 6 strings that you can fiddle with. You've got a lot more that you can do with them. Right, so we've done those. Now we need to have a look at what's going on here. What's that wild thing?
Look, there's 3 of them.
Let's have a look. What have we got? She's Not There, Wild Thing. Everyone, it was Wild Thing. Angie the Rolling Stones. We've done Angie, haven't we? I haven't got his voice. Where's it go? Hang on. Let me think. That's it. So it starts off. There's that one, and there's the other Angie. Another one, you oldies out there. Bert Jansch. I think he wore a hat like me. Or I wore a hat like him. Okay. Yeah, so there was Bert Jansch. Wild Thing. 3 chords, that one in it, Wild Thing. What else have we got? Thank you. Let's have a look what we've got. Hello from Argentina. Hi from Argentina. Fonchi. Hello, my friend. Great to hear from people from that side of the world. Wonderful. What else do we know? Ooh, Bowie. I love Bowie. You ask me any Bowie songs. You know, if I know Bowie, all that stuff, as I say, ask me to play them if I know them. Don't just sit there watching this, drinking. Ask me a question. You don't have to pay anything. Just ask. And if I can do it, I'll do it. Let's have some fun. Because if you don't ask things, then I get bored. I'll go and have my cheese on toast. All right. What are we doing? I've been playing for years now, and I started to play 59th Street Travis riff. Yeah, well, that 59th Street song, or Feeling Groovy as it is known, it's dead easy. It is dead easy. Okay, there's only 4 shapes in it, you know. There's the first one you see. The second one is like part of a G. It's a G called a G with a B. What it means is you got just 2 fingers on that. And then you've got 1 finger on your B string at the 2nd fret here. And then to your G. And that's the song. Slow down, move too fast. You gotta make the morning last. Just kicking down the cobblestones, looking for fun, feeling groovy. It's too high for me to sing. I've got the capo in the wrong place. Should have put it there. But slow down, move too fast. See what I mean? You can just move the capo, make the morning last. Just kick them down the cobblestones. The one I like the best is I like. Let us be lovers and marry our fortunes together. Well, I've got some real estate here in my bag. So we bought a pack of cigarettes, Mrs. Wagner pies, and walked off to look for America. Kathy, I'm lost, I said, though I knew she was sleeping. I'm empty and I'm aching and I don't know why. Counting the cars on the New Jersey Turnpike, they've all come for America. Now you see that's a bit high, so I'd go, all come to look for America. Laughing on the bus, playing games with the faces. That's a better key, isn't it? She said the man in the gabardine suit was a spy. I said be careful, his bow tie, it's really a camera. I like that call. Toss me a cigarette. I love that song. Moody Blues. I don't really know much Moody Blues. You know, I only know the one. Nights in white. Everyone knows that. Never reaching the end. Letters I've written. What is it? Never mean and sin. I only know that one. But even that, I don't really know that any songs by Jackson Browne? I probably know loads of his stuff in my head. I don't know any to play, but what a great songwriter he was. You see, you've got to remember, I'm anything from John Denver. Well, I love John Denver. What was the one he did? Yeah, hold on a minute. Wait, don't turn it off, because a lot of people like Denver and other people don't. I remember, you know. Bear with me. You fill up my senses like a night in a forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Don't fill me again. Great, I mean, what a beautiful melody. Anyone that doesn't like that's deaf, you know. It's just a lovely song. What else have we got? Mel. Thank you, Mel, and the geese. Me and the geese. Sorry, I thought I said. See, I can't see what I'm doing here. I wouldn't go to what else for your time, Robin? Oh, you're welcome. Ruby Tuesday. I don't know it. Goodbye. Let me think. Goodbye, think of another one. Give me one we know. Harvest Moon. Which one's that? Who did that? Is that the one I like?
Yeah, no.
Okay, watch the. Oh, yeah, can you hold that for us, please? Harvest Moon. Now, when you do Harvest Moon, you got to do this. Watch. I can't sing it. It's too bloody high, but I'll give it a go. I don't know the words either. Come a little bit closer, hear what I have to say. Just like children playing, we can dance, I'll make it up the night. But there's a full moon rising. She's laughing at me, yeah? Give me some words. Should we make them up? I don't know the words, but I'll still sing it anyway. Because I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm so in love with you. On this harvest moon. And then it goes to go. We got that bit. It's so what I would normally do if I was doing that, I would detune my guitar by 2 frets, because as I'm getting older, my voice is getting lower. What else have we got here? James, I've been playing guitar for years, but I've never been so inspired to learn and practice until I stumble on yours. Well, that's good to hear, James. You tend to find that the reason that people are put off playing is because a lot of tutors out there, they're great, some of them really are, but they make it complicated. They always over complicate it with complicated words. Instead of just saying if you will take your finger off to make a minor or something, or they always go on about minor 30 minute and all this crap. Just, you know, if you want to learn all the theory stuff, and it's always good to know theory or some of it, you know, well you can do all that later on. You know, you just need to know what key am I in. Can I sing it? And are people going to throw bricks at me or clap at the end? That's the most important thing. All right. I can't read a bloody note, but I've still played with the Philharmonic Orchestra, and I've been playing all my music, and I'm the only one on the stage that can't read a bloody note of my own stuff. So what does that tell you? All right. Rob, do you do any Donovan? Yeah, Donovan. Well, I like Donovan for two reasons. One, I like this one. If I was one of the first things I teach when I teach the Travis picking thing, I always refer to Donovan because he taught the Beatles. So one he does a lot. It's called Tangerine Puppet, and it's all my old students will know this. I'll give it a little bit. Goes along like that. The other ones he does, how about a clip of it? What is it? Classical gas. They don't make them easy, do they? Does he bought me a cup of tea for this classical gas? The answer to that is or a donut.
There's just one other thing before I go down.
Classical gas. Where are we? Which one from the beginning?
Is that a name of a tune?
Oh, I don't know.
And speed.
I don't know. What's that one? I thought the live stream was out on the first Saturday of the month. Well, it usually is, but as I explained at the beginning of the thing, Steve, you probably missed it. I'm in the studio next week, so I'm doing it today. Rather do it today than not do it at all. I forgot my bloody tea was there. It's all cold now. Who can I blame? What was it? One? Classical gas. Cramp it, yeah. Get in. So on. Oh. You gotta practice those things. Yeah, a bit of classical gas. There we are. Harmony. So what's on your mind? I don't really know that one. Oh, that's one of mine. Harmony. Say what's on your mind. Harmony. Say what's on your mind. I can't do it now. It's in the wrong key. It's on the my band is called Alternative Radio, folks. A lot of people, they know me just with all they know me for is my silly hat and my guitar teaching. But you know, I haven't just been doing this all my life. I've made lots of albums, one of which you can see on the wall back there. We had 4 big albums and number 8 singles and whatever. But Alternative Radio is a band that I still work with my dear brother Al. In fact, we've done the Amygdala album with my son Sam, which is the double album that I was telling you about, which is coming out on May the 5th. And it features lots of reworked alternative radio melodies that we've used to underscore. And also we've used little bits from some of the theatre shows that I've done, re-recorded, of course, reworked. Things like Something's Across the Mersey and Lennon's Banjo, and a lot of new stuff that we've put together to embellish the soundtrack. So, if you go onto my site, robfennah.com, then you'll be able to see all the albums that I've done and all the history of what's going on. And you can buy them if you want. You can get them all still. You can get them on, I don't know if there are any still going on vinyl. But you know, there's loads of stuff out there. Go and have a look. So what else have we got? We're playing if we keep at it. I love the belief in what you think we are capable of playing if we keep at it. Having blisters on your fingers, well, that's good. That you know, if it doesn't hurt, it's you know, the best thing I can suggest is if ever you're not sure whether you're improving, you know, try turning the guitar the other way, you know, and just, I know that you don't know the chords, but just try turning the other way and just, and don't forget, and I'm left-handed. I play a right-handed guitar, but I am naturally left-handed. Anything to do with sport, I'm left-handed, left-footed. I only play guitar right-handed because my dad put it in my hand this way, you know. But you know, if I had to strum, it's funny because when I strum, I have to use my my right hand to strum. But when I'm in a studio playing percussion, I use my left hand. Now you would think that you would use the same hand that you strum with, but I don't. It's the other way around, and yet I can't strum with my left hand. Don't ask me why. It's a weird thing, you know. What else have we got? I managed to jam along the other night to a backing track after learning the Aeolian scale she showed us. Good. Now that has just hit I think 200,000 views in about 6 weeks. That video, and all it was, and I didn't get it. Nobody told me this when I was a kid. You know, when you're playing, say you're playing in A minor. I'll do it again quickly for those people who may not have seen it. Say you're playing in A minor. Now this is basic stuff, all right. So forgive me for those people out there that know this, but they might not know the trick I'm going to show you. So say you're in A minor and you're playing the pentatonic. Well, you know, you'd start there on A, for example, because you're in A minor. Oh, my tea's just the right Tyler, thank you. Here she is. Ow, ow, it's hot. Father Ted, well, put it down then. So the Aeolian scale is just an extension of that, really, adding a couple more notes. So instead of going like 5/8, you're going 5/7/8, and instead of playing 5/7, you're playing 5/7/8, and then 5/7, a little shimmy to the left. You know, it's just the same sort of thing. So we've got. Now, if that was a minor key, I would think if this is my minor finger, this one, A, and I'm in A minor, so that's my A note, I would start there. Now, if I was in A major, or I think, oh God, I don't know a major scale, poo. Well, I'd say, well, hang on, I do, because if I put my, when I play this scale, whatever this note is, in this instance, it's the note C. So this is going to be the minor scale of A, but it's whenever this finger's pointing, it's the major scale of that note, in this instance, C. So we've got A there and C there. So if I was to play C major, okay, magic, isn't it? If I play A minor, okay. Now, with that in mind, if I wanted to play something to say A major, you say, well, hang on. He said his little finger was the major finger, and this was the minor. So if I put my little finger there on the A note, but the other fingers are sort of back that way now, to my left. Okay, so this one's on F sharp, but the major one's here. If I play that exactly the same run of, you know, same pattern as in movement of fingers, it should be A, and it is. A minor. So minor finger, major finger. So if I was going to play and say B minor, you know, I'd start here, because it's the B note on the bass string. And if I wanted to play something in B major, I'd put my little finger on the B note. Alright, and that's basic stuff, as in, I can understand that. Now, there's lots of places you can play those same runs of notes, but, you know, when you're doing a solo, that's all you need to know. You can then take fragments of that and have fun with the damn thing. Watch the video. It was called The Only Scale You Really Need to Know. And I swear to God, everything I ever do, all my stuff is based around that. Everything. You know, clearly I don't start here and just go all the way down and up. I'll take little bits like a sort of go. I'll move them around a bit and find different, like you would with, you know, the same way you move letters around to write a book. There's only 26 letters, and yet there's hundreds of different books on there. You know, from Shakespeare to the Viz comic. But you know, we all have the same building blocks, and you've got enough notes there in that Aeolian scale to write some wonderful solos. Now, the other thing that you tend to find that is most people, not everybody, but most guitarists that are creative writers, as in people like David Gilmour or Eric Clapton or Jimi Hendrix and people like that, they will play a solo. Like me, they'll know what key it's in, but they won't know what notes they're playing. David Gilmour is on record saying he doesn't even know what scales are, because he sort of plays naturally and plays melodically and writes the notes. He'll think, I like that. He'll just go with what it sounds like all the Beatles did, like a lot of the greats do. And that, you know, and they don't know what scale they're playing. They just know that it sounds great. But you tend to find that people that like jazz guitar, they will spend a lot more time looking at the, you know, going in depth and looking at what scale it is and all that sort of stuff. And you tend to find a lot of you know, classical players will obviously study theory a lot more, and then I don't know what they do with the theory once they know it. You know, I mean, you know, all I know is the people that make the money in this business that we're in are the ones that can write music, as in write the stuff, and that people want to buy. Because if you can't sell it, it doesn't matter how much theory you know. If it's, you know, I don't think David Bowie knows much music theory. You know, I don't think Lou Reed or Bob Dylan knew much music theory. Bob Dylan knew about how to play 3 or 4 chords, and yet you know, it's let somebody else figure out what the music theory is. Okay, all he does is write the songs, and that's where I come at music from. I'm not interested in all the theory. And what key are we in? Does it sound any good? Is that note from you know, from what scale? Don't know, don't care. Do you like it? Yeah, thank you, and thanks for clapping at the end. That's all that matters. You know, your music diploma, my friends. And I've played in some of the biggest venues in the world, like the Budokan. I've just been watching the Beatles playing there. You know, because we toured Japan as well. We did 2 headline shows there on, you know, in the late 70s. You know, headlining, not supporting, headlining. You know, the Festival of Sydney at the Opera House, and we've also done some the shittiest little gigs you can possibly ever think about. So you know, really the full spectrum. But ultimately, all that matters is, do they enjoy what you're doing? Are they going to clap? And your music diploma in your back pocket, if you can't entertain your audience, it's not going to save you. So you know, entertainment and all that theory, you know, by all means get the theory together, but it never ever will help you out if you haven't got that sort of flair for writing. You've got to get a flair for writing. That's the most important thing for me. You can always get somebody else to play the bloody, like we were talking before, weren't we, about the intro to, well, you know, and somebody told me what the name of the guy that played it. It wasn't Paul Simon. You know, he wrote the song. He went, he's just playing C to write the box. So he didn't write all the fancy stuff. You just get somebody else in to do it. You know, now the other guy, he probably knows how to read it, but you know, or maybe he didn't. I'm not sure. And he probably don't care. Right, what else have we got? Hi Rob, slept in 6 weeks in Oz. I love it when they come all the way from Australia. It's wonderful. I teach people in Australia. It's great. My 8 o'clock in the morning is their 6 usually. Didn't want to wake up indoors. Love John Denver. Yeah, he's great. He's brilliant stuff. One of my favourite songs of all time was "Leaving on a Jet Plane." I mean, as a kid, I bloody love that record. The sound just got better. Good old Lee here. Okay, that's good. I don't know what was wrong with the sound. Scales go on fish. That's a cool. I'll have to remember that. You know. Who else have we got? Circle of Fifths. Well, it's sort of like, it's all that. Can't be arsed. You see all these things about Circle of Fifths and all that. You know, just write the bloody song. What's that? Lady in a Black Dress, the Hollies. It's funny because when I first heard that record, I thought they've ripping off Mark Bolan here. It sort of went like, how did that? How did that go? Like a woman in a red dress. Is it? Something like that. Yeah, I can't sing it, it's too high, but I know it. Diamonds and Rust. Where have I heard that title? John Baez. Ah, I was doing. I was listening to John Baez the other day. Lynn and I. We watched that documentary, the Dylan one, didn't we? The film. Yeah, but my dad, he used to listen to a lot of John Baez. You know, as I say, he taught me how to play. It's only when he learned how to finger pick, and she did that. I always remember a song she did. It went sort of. I mean, Mum used to get me to sing it, and I always remember the lyric. I don't know what the name of the song. Last night there were 4 Marys, tonight there'll be but 3. There was Mary Beaton and Mary Seaton and Mary Carmichael and me. No, I don't know the name of it, but those melodies always stuck with me. Beautiful, beautiful melodies. What classical is this? It's, I think that's what you mean. It's a Manuel Raimundo. A Raimundo. I got this by default actually. One of my mates, he was, I don't know what happened, but he needed to sell a guitar. I didn't want it, but I bought it off him because I knew he was short of a few quid. It was a Gibson Firebird. It was a great guitar. I used it on one of our albums, but I didn't really like it. It wasn't really my style. So I swapped it for this in a music shop because I always wanted to have a little twiddle with classical guitar because I love classical playing. I'm not great at it. I can play some reasonable pieces on it, but as anyone out there will tell you, classical guitar is a different league of playing. You know, you have to dedicate a life to playing classical guitar well, just as a sports person would have to dedicate a life to be a top Olympian. But playing classical guitar for me is the same. You don't have time to play any other style. That's why you never see classical players doing any other style. They haven't got time to do it because it takes such a lot of effort and skill and time, you know, to learn how to do it properly. You know, you have to dedicate your whole life to being a good classical guitarist. You really, really do. And there are no shortcuts. It's all time, practicing, time, practice. So I know a few bits, you know. Practice them every day. If you don't play them all the time, you get sticky. You've got to practice all the time to do them, and that's not easy. It's a grade 8, that one, which I've done on a tutorial if you're interested in learning how to play it. All the little shapes, all the idiot proofs there for that one, folks. No, you won't find that on the internet anyway. What else have we got? Do you turn your guitar upside down? When you teach the Australians, I stand on my head, Rod. I stand on my head. That's why I wear that. That's why my hair's falling out. I've still got some left. It's still there a bit. When writing, how do you make the guitar part gel with the feeling of the lyric? It's weird that the lyric always suggests itself to the melody that you're playing, and sometimes it can be really silly stuff, you know. I mean, I've just written a song, and the opening line is about somebody that's he's staring at the sky through the floppy fingers of a horse chestnut tree. I know, it sounds mad, but and you think I'm kidding, but I'm not, you know. So there was I staring at the sky through the floppy fingers of a horse chestnut tree. And I don't take drugs and I don't drink, you know. I don't know what it is. Love the Deer Hunter was the film in which John Williams, the guitarist John Williams, not the film composer. John Williams he's an Australian, I think, Australian guitar player, brilliant guitarist, one of my favourite classical guitarists. Wonderful player, but it was his arrangement that I do. What else have we got on here? Let's have a quick look, see what we get. It's getting, what time is it? Oh, we're alright, 10:15. Now, if you've got any other requests, you better get them in now. This is you know, it's called Challenge Rob time. If you've got anything you want me to try and play, then I will do it. Let's have a look. What else have we got? Just have a look. scales go on fish. I've got that one, Circle of Fish, Lady in Black, Hollies. I like the Hollies. What was that other one they did? They did a song called. Was it the Hollies that did that? I love all that rocky stuff, you know, it's great, fantastic. What else have we got to do? While we're waiting for a few more people to clock in, let me just reintroduce you to what we've been working on. So this is the Amygdala book that I was telling you about. It's a big book, but it's beautifully illustrated. Beautifully illustrated. See all these, you know. So each character has their own particular musical theme. So have a look at that. Apparently amygdala is part of the brain. Sam's mum is a top, well, she was a neuro nurse. So clearly the title of this book was influenced by Helen Jones, you know, who edited the book. She's a great photographer and writer in her own right. But have a look at the book Amygdala. Now, as I say, it's bestseller. It's done really, really well. He's on his second book now. So as I said, the audio, the soundtrack for that book is coming out. So anyone that's interested in the music from you know that I've done, like all the other stuff, have a look on robfennah.com. All right, so robfennah.com, all the back catalogue stuff is there, and you can listen to samples of it right the way from Buster from when I was 16 to now. You know, so there's quite a lot of stuff on there. There's lots of albums and lots of different things. And those people who are interested in the one-to-one tuition, and it's just basically me like I am now talking to you, but instead of me, you know, somebody will say to me, do you know how to play the Deer Hunter or Look Through Any Window, as somebody, Angie the Rolling Stones. I've done that one. The Four Marys is a song, Honky Tonk Woman. I know Honky Tonk Woman, but I need me with a guitar. Because he uses a weird tuning. But any of that stuff we can do. There's nothing we can't do privately. A lot of the things that people ask me to do, you know, as a tutorial for the channel, if I think it'll be popular, I'll do it. But there's a lot of stuff that you know, the people just I just know they'll think, oh, it's too hard. But anything you want to do, there's nothing we can't play. What else have we got? Piano Man can sound good, and guitar as well. What have you got? Let's have a look. This is from Robert. Sing us a song, you're a piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you got me feeling alright. How does it go? Sing us a song with a piano. Billy Joel, what a great writer he is. I like doing that. It's nice to have the little bits in there. I'll get an electric guitar ready for the next live stream, which I'll be doing on when is the next live stream? The next live stream is on Saturday, the 31st of May. So I'll definitely get the electric out. We'll thump some. We'll do some good stuff. Diamonds and Rust. I don't know that one, I'm afraid. I've heard of it. But I'll tell Lucy. What I'll do, Lucy, I will make a note. Lynn will be listening to this. Lynn looks after all my Lynn is my memory. So I promise you I will have a good listen to Diamonds and Rust, and I'll do it for you next time, all right? On the 31st of May. If you join us on the 31st of May, I'll have a go at doing it for you, no problem. What else have we got? All right, let's just see. Right, so there's no more requests, is that it? You're out of requests? Are you out of requests? Let's have a think. What can we play on this? No, it's too obvious, isn't it? It's too obvious, that as well. more coming in. Lola. I met her in a club down in Oslo where they drink champagne and it tasted like cherry cola. C-O-L-A cola. She walked up to me and she asked me to dance. I asked her her name and in a dark brown voice she said Lola. L-O-L-A Lola. La 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 Lola. That's good. What else have we got? Gary Fitzpatrick. Where? Oh, I don't know. Fire and Rain. You know, I see fire and I see rain. I've heard it, but I don't know how to play it. I'll tell you what though. Again, Gary, I will. Lynn's making a note of the ones. There's the the dust one. Lynn's she's standing right. She's standing right next to me here. I'll make a note of that, Gary, because you've been very kind and made a donation. So we'll have a little go with that. We've got. You've heard me doing Blackbird hundreds of times. I'll do it one more. I'll give it a quick blast. Where's my other guitar? Oh, that was embarrassing. I forgot to. I left it in there. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, ooh, you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Somebody's asked for T-Rex. I could have loved you, girl, like a planet. I could have changed your heart to stars. But it really doesn't matter at all. No, it really doesn't matter at all. Life's a gas. Who else is? What's this one? I don't know how to sing it, but I think I know it. What was that other one I just saw? Steve Jarvis. Hang on, where's it go? Junk by Paul McCartney. It's beautiful. I think that's one of his most beautiful melodies ever. It's on the McCartney album. It goes sort of. This is the junk The trouble with McCartney, his voice is too high. So you can sing part of it. Unlike Lennon, I can sing his stuff. T-Rex, we did that one, haven't we? We'll do another one, T-Rex. You're so sweet, you're so fine. I want you all and everything just to be mine. 'Cause you're my baby, 'cause you're my love. I'm just a jeepster for your love. Let's just fall on over. It's funny, see with Bolan, when he went to that girl, I'm just a jeepster for your love, he didn't bother playing chords. He just went, he just did single note. He probably didn't know what he should be. But he did have a lot of help from the wonderful producer Tony Visconti, who was brilliant. I can't do Baker Street or piano. It's a great song though. Oh, I don't know. Here Today, beautiful song. I don't know it, but we'll make a note of all these. We'll make a note. It's a beautiful, beautiful track. I'd like to thank VB for the donation. What else have we got here? Beautiful South. I've never really been into the Beautiful South. I don't. You know what song I hate? Don't marry her, have me. I hate that record. You know, I tell you who I did like. Who was the what were they called before the Beautiful South? But they did one great. They did actually. Beautiful South did one. Ding 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 ding. We did that one. That you want, see the love there that's screaming. What my guitar gently weeps. A bit high. What else have we got? Thanks so much.
This relates to that.
Motley. Thank you for bringing a smile to my face. You're a good lad. You know, I tell you what, Willie, that'll buy me that'll buy donuts, that'll. I'll be able to have tea, donuts. What's the question? Let's have a look.
From VB.
Let's have a look, VB. So I can't see your pens in the way. How about a finger-picking version of Righteous Brothers Unchained Melody? Oh, yeah. Well, it's a possibility. And oh my! I mean, that's sort of like. Oh. Now, I did a thing. The first picker you ever learn when you start is this. Mind your head, look, don't want to bang it. Oh my love. Come on, sing it. My darling. It's all the same. Salisbury Hill. What? I did that one, didn't I? I wonder if I can remember it. You get hard these now. Let me just think if I can remember. Did he use a capo on it? Oh, we are. I know how to play it now, see, because I'm going to look at my own idiot proof. That's how I do it. So I went. Oh, well done. Was it ready? And so I've got. I say I can. This is why I write this stuff out, because I would never in a million years have done it. So this is all free for you, by the way. If you want to play Salisbury Hill, look for my thing on it, and it's all done. And unlike tablature, which is bloody hard to, it won't give you the. I actually tell you where your fingers go, you know, and it's great. I mean, I surprise myself sometimes. So. Len, I need a bass drum.
What?
I need a bass drum.
Oh.
I want you to go like this, doom, on something. Yeah, do it on the guitar for these people. Just grab that, put that on your knee, upside down, and just go doom, doom. You know, like, imagine you whacking me around the ear. Okay, just doom, doom, is it? Like with your fist. No, like boom. That's it. What are the words? And then it goes, climbing up on Salisbury Hill. Ah. That's it. I'm gonna remind myself with my wonderful idiot-proof paperwork how to play that even more wonderful song by the wonderful Peter. I've used wonderful far too many times there. Peter Gabriel. Thank you, Lynn. So we can do. Yeah, that was great. What else have we got? How about Dust in the Wind? We've done that one, haven't we? I'll do it on the 12, can't be bothered here. That's a great Travis picking one, look. Who's this here? Lynn, get those pots and pans out. And honestly, that's there. Have we ever done Waterloo Sunset? Have I got Waterloo Sunset? I don't think I've got that one. No, I haven't got it in the thing. These are ones I'll do for next time. So if you tune in next time, all these ones that you're asking me to do, can you play Let It Be? Well, yeah, it's not good on the guitar. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes. Again, McCartney. Making words of wisdom, let it be. It's too high to sing. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Yeah, it's good, that one. What else have we got? What else can we do on a 12-string? Everybody's talking. I've done that one and all. I have got the idiot for that and all. I know the. Bear with me. Shit, I can't remember anything. But sorry for swearing. I'm trying to think how to play. I'll have to look at my paperwork again. I'd have to see. I've done that one in detail, but I can't remember it. So I would have to go back and have a look at my. So. How does that go? Everybody's talking then. With an E. Yeah, I'm going to just have a look. Just stay where you are. Don't go anywhere just yet, folks. You know, my OCD will not allow me to now disappear without being able to. Nicholas has asked me a question. He's thrown down the gauntlet, in effect. So here we go. Yeah, look, see. Everybody's now. Let's have a look at this, shall we? What have we got here? Let's have a look, Rob. We've got a kappa with the 4th fret, yes. 5 and 2. Ah. And then this one goes here. Now, how do I know that? Because the pictures, you see, my fingers, it's all telling me what to do. I haven't got to guess. All I've got to do is look at what it says here. So I'm going to go 5 and 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. Then I put that there, and I go there, and I go 6 and 2. The intro, and then and so on, and now we'll go to page 2, and it goes. So we got. So. Then what happens after that? We go. Everybody is talking at me. I can hear It's a great one, that, isn't it? So the paperwork for that is there. So I would have still been scratching my bloody head if I hadn't had that. Now, if I was to just look at that for another 5-10 minutes, I would be able to play it perfectly for you. And if you were to download it, you won't see this on the internet. It doesn't exist. The only place it exists is on my site. And the thing about it is it doesn't cost you anything. It's all free. And again, I'm going to thank my Patreon platform members who enable me now to get a bit more time together to put all this stuff together for you. And why do we do it? There's a lot of people out there, folks, that haven't got any money. They're skint, they haven't got a penny. A lot of young people as well. And what we want to do, or what I want to do, I don't want them going around getting themselves into mischief. I'd rather them have a guitar, learn how to play the bugger, and make a few quid. All right? Make some money. Because if you can learn to play, you can always make a few bob. All right? And it keeps everything happy then. And apart from that, it keeps it's good for the soul, it's good for the well-being, it's good for everything. So everyone's a winner. But in order to get the time to do it all, I appreciate the people that put little donations, even if it's a couple of quid for a cup of tea. It all helps. Put it all together, gives me a few hours a week to say, right, I'm not going to do any private tutors, thingies for a few hours. I'm going to write some more stuff out, and then everybody, I get thousands and thousands of people that get to see it, which is great, and it's all thanks to you. So thank you. More than a feeling, we've done that, haven't we? Where's that 12 string? Let's have a quick rattle. Let's rattle a couple more off before. Have I got some cheese on toast on the go? I've got me Rennies and I've got some cheese on toast going. I always like, and whenever, when you do, these chords, G for example, D, and the C add 9, you get a run of songs that all will use them. One I played early, which was the Bowie one. And then you got More Than a Feeling, And then you've got other ones like take me down to Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home? Look at that. Look how simple that is. There's your G with your two fingers locked down here. Bring those two fingers down to play a C add 9. And then you bring it down again to play, I think it's an F6. Whatever, again, don't matter. Just play the bloody thing. So, take me down to Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Oh, won't you please take me home? Or with the same shapes you could go, it's been a hard day's night and I've been working like a dog. See what I mean? It's great, isn't it? Simple stuff. What else have we got? Wish You Were Here. Oh, on the 12 string. Lynn put me on. Should we go round again? Oh, it's our. Do you want to grab that? That helps. It's my friend. Wanted Dead or Alive. How does that one go? Hang on. Something like that, isn't it? Ah! Oh. Yeah, I sort of know that a bit. I'll have to work on that one. What else have we got? We got Bon Jovi, How Deep Is Your Love? Beautiful song, unfortunately. I can't do it because it's far too high. Mark. Thank you, Mark, for those lovely words. We got Nigel. We've had Nigel's done. Jolene. We've done Jolene. How many times? I've done that a few times. Yeah, I'll give it a quick blast at Jolene. I love Jolene. It's one of my favourite guitar intros. This again, Dolly Parton, who wrote it, she would have gone in with the chords. Jolene. I'd have to learn. Oh, someone's asking me to do. Oh well, now I've done a tutorial for that, but I'd have to dig out the bloody. I'd have to look at me idiot proof again. So I will do it. All these I'll have a look at for next time. That's great. Oh well. I sort of half know it, but I'd have to go and have a look and get my head around it again. Sailing on the 12 string. I'd have to. I can't say. He's too high. He sings like he's like Mr. Castrata. But what a wonderful song it is. What about Angie? Which one? Do you mean the? Oops. I've done You've Got a Friend, Jonathan. I did it a little bit earlier. I've done Yes. I've done things by Yes. If you go on my thing, nobody watched it. It had about 300 views. I put it up years and years ago when I did A Mood for a Day, Steve Howe, thinking people are gonna like that one. No, so it's just gone unnoticed. All the hard stuff I put on, anything that's hard, you know, like Cavatina or you know, anything that looks difficult, they just don't bother watching. You know, Horizons, you know, by Steve Hackett, beautiful stuff, you know. No, not interested. They just, what's that one, Fast Car? I can't sing it. Oh. You get a fast car. That's all the lyric I know. It's a little bit. I love that rip. Oh, the clap. That's a great one. Steve Howe again. Yeah, it's great. I'd do more Steve Howe, but as I say, Mood for the Day. I learned. It took me bloody ages. Look at it. Go and have a look. Put Mood for the Day, Rob Fennah. You'll see it, and it sounds what. I threw the goal. Yeah, Lynn. There was Lynn here who said, "I bet you can't play that." You know what? I bet you can't. You know when somebody says to you, "I bet you can't do this, Rob. I bet your own mouth." So I ran away and learnt it, and nobody, hardly anyone's watched it. So there you go. What was the other one? John Mayer. He's great. I don't know anything off the top of my head. Free Falling we've done, haven't we? We've done Free Falling. We've done that one. Where's me 12 string again? I mean, Free Falling is one of the best ones going. You know, if you're learning to play, you just whack your capo on, whatever it is. I think it's that's it. She's a good girl, loves her mama, loves Jesus, you know, horses too, or whatever. Crazy bad Elvis, da-dee-da, and a boyfriend too. Thank you, Beth. Beth has said with a nice big smiley hearty face, "I love the songs you put up this week." Well, you know, Beth, you've been asking me for ages to do that. You've Got a Friend, so I did. All right, see, there you go. I'll do whatever I can. Walk on the Wild Side, a beautiful song by Lou Reed. I don't know how it goes. While he came from Miami, I'll have to learn that one. I love it. The bass playing on that's beautiful, by the way. I don't know. Don't stop. Is that Don't Stop Believe? Lynn, do you think I can sing like a choir boy? Why would you point that one out knowing Is this for a laugh? You know, I can't, it's a great song, but you know, it's got to be in a key I can do it. So Don't Stop Believing, great song, way out of my range, way out of my range. What else have we got here? What's that? There She Goes. Is that you're talking about the? There she goes. That's a great song. That's one of my favourite guitar riffs of all time. Liverpool band, don't you know, called the Lars. Wonderful band. And that is one of my most favourite pop records of all time. Any Bob Dylan, oh come on, I've done Bob Dylan, I've been doing Bob Dylan all night. Is that off Mark? I did When the Rain is Blowing in You. I did that one earlier, Mark. But I'll do more for you, I will do more. Where are we now? Here Comes the Sun, quick blast of Here Comes the Sun, and then it's time for bed. Quick blast of Here Comes the Sun. Let's go out with something happy. Or should we do it on the 12 string for a laugh? Comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I said it's alright. Middle. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sing with me. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. It's alright. Right, my dear friends, on that note, I can smell my cheese on toast burning under the grill. So I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for all the donations that you've put to the... Get some red onions and tomatoes to go on. That's a good idea, actually. That's a good idea. It's a good idea. So listen, the next live stream I'm doing is on Saturday, the 31st of May, rather than the 7th, because we've got, as I say, we've got studio sessions going on and all that. So thanks for coming and jumping in today. Remember, if you want any private lessons, and although some of those people that want to learn how to play this or that I can't do on my channel because it might be a bit obscure, don't mean we can't do it, but you will be looking at a private lesson. If you're interested in any private lessons, I can give you my rates. Just email fennahrob, fennahrob@gmail.com, and I promise you I'll get back to you. Even if you just email me to say hello, I'll do that, okay? So fennahrob@gmail.com. robfenner.com if you're interested in the back catalogue stuff and news about the album. And once again, a big thanks to my Patreon platform and all the people that support me on Patreon that help bring all this stuff to you, because they really do. Okay, so thank you to everybody that is a member of Patreon. If you're not a member and you want to help keep all this free content going, then do join. And I'm going to be putting all these other bits of video sessions and background stuff as soon as I get a chance. I've got it all recorded. I've just got to put it together. All right. So on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. Lynn, would you like to say goodbye to the lovely people? Here we are. I hope that toast's not burning. That's all I'm saying.
I'm putting it on, yeah.
Oh, haven't you?
No.
Or was I smelling them before? Was I just dreaming? Right, folks, got to go. All right, you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you. There'll be a tutorial up on Wednesday, so look out for that one. And of course, next Saturday. What am I doing on Saturday? I won't be anything on Saturday because I'm not here. I'm working. Okay, so I'll see you then. Right now, how do I turn this off? This one here. Stop streaming, and then what do I do? End stream. Right. See you next time, folks.